Okay, I think we are live. Hello,
Awesome.
everybody. Surprise, surprise. We are here at a little after 8 p.m. on the East Coast, at least my time. I'm Jane Havens. I'm the owner of Center for Pediatric Sleep Management. I am here with Kayla Squier. I want to show her off tonight. I want her to hopefully brag a little bit about her business. She's doing so well. Kayla, before we get started, why don't you introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about you, your family, your business, and then we'll get going.
Okay, awesome. So my name's Kayla. I am a registered nurse and I'm a mom of two littles, two COVID babies, 15 months apart, because why not, right? And so when I had Eli, I was really struggling in the sleep department, especially when it comes to, recovering post C-section and our lockdown because of the pandemic. So I definitely dove into the books, did a ton of research and did sleep shaping with him. And then when he was 6 months, found out I was pregnant again. And that's when somehow I met you, Jane, and you kind of started talking about, the sleep consulting program that you offered. And I kept just kind of watching along. And at some point I just thought, let's give it a go, joined and then launched my business end of February, March of this year.
Awesome. And what was holding you back, if anything? Was anything making you nervous or anxious about getting started? Obviously, you were busy,
Yeah.
but what were your main objections?
So definitely just time. First and foremost, time was the one main factor. Like, can I get this done while I'm pregnant in my first trimester and I have a 6-month-old at home? So that was a huge concern. And then secondly, investment. So if I invest X amount of money, will I ever get this back? Am I going to actually do anything with, being certified? So I just kind of didn't really know what I wanted to do. I didn't go in it thinking, oh, I'm going to definitely have a business. I thought, maybe let's give it a go. And that's what I would say is time and the investment initially.
Yeah, so let's talk about time because I hear
Yeah.
that a lot. People are scared to get into this or really start their own business in any capacity because they feel like they don't have time.
Right.
You had two babies 15 months apart and were working and you still made time. So what did that look like for you? How did you allocate time?
I don't know. I still wonder. And so I guess the good thing is that my first Eli is a solid sleeper with a lot of effort on my part. So he does 12 hours. So in the evenings, I have time to myself from 8 p.m. until I choose to go to bed. And then my daughter, she's 15 weeks old. We're working on naps, but again, she's sleeping 8 to 8. So in the evenings, I get time. And when she does nap, sometimes it's a little sporadic, but thankfully, clients in this industry are very understanding if they hear a baby babbling in the background. So, I can still get on calls, I can still make connections, I could still focus on networking, even with her on tummy time, or you know what I mean? It just takes
Yeah.
snippets in my day and I just figure it out.
Yeah, and I think that for you, and I've seen this because you're very present on social media, you have an active Instagram account. It's so clear that you really enjoy what you do, you love it, and you want to be out there doing it. So you're making the time.
Yeah.
And that's what I always tell people is when you are passionate about something and you love your work and you love what you do, it doesn't feel like it's taking all of your time. I
No.
mean, people ask me all the time, how much do you work? And my answer to that is all of my hours, but then also I still get to do everything in my life that I want to do because my job fits in with my regular life. So
Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird. We work all of the hours and then
Yes.
we also still have a lot of freedom at the same time, wouldn't you
Yeah.
say?
It's hard to
Um,
explain because I feel like I'm never not working in some capacity, yet I don't feel burnt out. I don't feel drained. I feel excited and definitely passionate. And yeah, it's a different world. It truly is enjoyable.
Yeah, I love that. And let's talk about the second thing that you mentioned, which was the investment.
Yes.
Obviously, it's scary to
Yeah.
spend a couple $1,000s and invest in yourself to
Mhm.
take a program and say yeah, I believe in myself that I'm gonna make this money back. When you first launched your business, did you have any like short-term goals, and how long did it take you to meet them? You didn't,
Not
and
really.
sort of,
No,
yeah,
I mean, like, I guess I said to my husband, if, and he was very encouraging. I will put that out there. Like, he was probably the big determining factor outside of, you as well, that encouraged me to just kind of go for it. And I think having his support was a huge, huge, huge help. But really, I said to him, at the end of the day, if I spend the money and I never make it back, but I have a second good sleeper, because who knows, maybe what I know won't work well for her, that will be worth the investment. Like, if I could get my own, my second little sleeping 12 hours, if what I do with my son didn't work for her, it's still worth the investment. And he's like, you'll make money, like, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. And then once I did take on a client, and I was like, okay, I think I could do this. And then another and another. And I'm like, okay, now I have paid off the course. Great. And now I have started to pay off branding. And then I paid that off. And then just little by little. And then I think that's when like the goal setting really started.
okay. And do you remember how long it took you to make a return on your investment from purchasing the course?
Just for the course?
Yeah.
Within, I think, a month or two,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I ask that because
Yeah.
like everybody's so worried about that.
Yeah.
That's like a lot of people's biggest fear is like, are they going to make back this like couple $1,000s? And, most of my graduates, everybody that's like working on their businesses, there's some people that like enroll in my program and literally never log into the course and like never do
Right.
it. It's really unbelievable. But like for the people who do actually take the course, complete it, and they're like committed to their own success, most of them literally make back their investment in,
Yeah.
just like you said, like a month or
Yeah.
two, or
Yeah.
3 months. This is not like a several year long project to
No.
just make a little bit of money back.
Mm.
And it's amazing to see your immediate success. And it's not just you. We have a whole
Yes.
community full of women that are really rocking and rolling, and it's really awesome to watch. So it's been like, I think it's been a full year. You enrolled in December of 2020.
Yeah.
Wait, right? December of 2020. And
Yeah.
now
I think
what are we,
in November, I think we were talking, but I think officially it was December.
Okay, so it hasn't even really been a full year.
No.
I remember like a couple of weeks ago, you were saying I'm coming up on landing my 100th client. I
Yeah.
know that now you've surpassed that. Where are you now? Like, do you keep track still, or are you sort of lost
No,
track?
I will always keep track because that's just my personality. But I think I'm at 132
That's
ish.
awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
ish.
That's totally awesome. And when did you notice momentum picking up in your business? Like, when did you start to feel like, yeah, I'm always going to have some clients. Like, I may not always be slammed, but I'm always going to have a small handful of clients.
I think just before I had my daughter, I don't know, there was something like this eagerness to me that I was like, okay, I'm going to be out of commission. I'm going to have her, like, things are going to be different. I have now 2 under 2. I'm going to be recovering post C-section again. I already knew that was going to be my fate. So, I think just before I had her, I was just like gung ho. I think I had, before she was born, the week before she was born, I had 10 people on the go, I want to say.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
great. I love hearing that. It's so awesome. I get so excited when I hear stories like this. You have DM'd me before, other students send me DMs, and they'll just say to me, like, I have X amount of clients on my roster. Like, I've literally never had this amount of
Right.
clients. And that is just so exciting to me. So I love that. What would you say is your favorite part of owning your own business?
Not knowing that I don't have to ever ask somebody to go on vacation. There is something about that level of freedom. My 2 are so young still, but at one point in life, they are going to be in school plays, I'm sure, and they're going to be doing activities. And I don't ever want someone else to constantly dictate whether I'm allowed to leave to go see my children do a play. It might sound so simple, but having that freedom, or, my son Eli, he was sick one day from daycare, and I was able to, go and pick him up and bring him home and still maintain my client calls. And I think that there is nothing more like satisfying than knowing that you're in control of your day-to-day schedule.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way.
Mhm.
I feel so liberated to be able to control my own schedule. When I
Yeah.
first launched my business and I would go on vacation, I would still have a lot of clients while I went on vacation because I was too nervous to turn anybody down.
Mhm.
And I always felt like I had to take every single piece of business that came my way. And now that I'm a handful of years into this, I actually will close off my calendar when I go on vacation. And I know that like when I get back, the business will still be there. And that's a really amazing feeling to just be able to turn it off for a week and
Yeah.
then turn it right back on. And I can work from vacation and you can work from vacation
Yeah.
if you want
I did
to,
it.
right?
Yeah. We went away for our anniversary. It was just like COVID, right? We can't really go to many places, but took the motorhome, took the littles, and just went outside of the city, about 7 hours away. And I did work. I'm like, well, I'm at camp. Like there's only so much to do here too. And
Right.
when they're not, but yeah, like I was able to still do it while away without it being overwhelming. And
Right.
that was my
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the important part is that it's a choice. Like if
Yeah,
you decided that you were going to shut it off, you could have shut it
I
off.
could. Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you say to somebody that's sort of on the fence, that's not sure, that's maybe where you were a year ago,
Mhm.
feeling nervous about the investment, feeling nervous about the time commitment? What would you say to them?
Life's too short to always wonder what would it have been or what could it have been. And that's what my husband kept saying to me. He's like, life's too short, and if you do it and hypothetically it doesn't go anywhere, so be it. At least you know the answer. You'll never keep wondering what if, or keep going to a job you may be unhappy with, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what I would say is just life is way too short for someone to dictate whether you can go on vacation, and it is too short to always wonder what it could have been. So you might as well just give it a go. You don't, I feel like you don't have anything to lose.
I absolutely could not agree more. And let's end on that note. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes to chat with me tonight. Always a pleasure connecting with you.
Awesome.
And I cannot wait to hear when you hit, if you're going to keep track, then you're going to let me know when you hit 200 and
I will.
300. And I want to know when you hit 1,000 families served. So
Okay.
keep us all posted. And
Cool.
Kayla, when we sign off, why don't you leave your Instagram handle below so that people can follow you and hopefully be inspired and definitely learn something because you share a ton of valuable information. So thank you again and
Welcome.
have a good night.
Okay. Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.